Republicans, those goobers in the Texas Legislature, love voters as long as they agree with them. Find out more on this edition of One Star, One Texas. Hi, I'm Tom Cantrell. I love Ride Austin, the nonprofit ride-sharing service that stepped in to fill the void when Uber and Lyft, after losing a referendum to overturn the city's ride-sharing regulations, left Austin in a huff and their drivers in the lurch. Now it appears that Uber and Lyft are coming back to town after running like sore losers to the Republican-led Texas Legislature, whose members never met a lobbyist with money they didn't like. Here's how we fight back. Governor Greg the Hypocrite Abbott has signed House Bill 100 into law, paving the way for Uber and Lyft to return to Austin and other cities. The legislation, also known as the We Don't Care What the Voters Want bill, overturns local regulations for ride-sharing services, but doesn't require that a company's drivers have fingerprint background checks. Law enforcement officials tell us the checks would make passengers safer. Abbott's all about safety and crime prevention when it comes to an immigrant's residence status, but he thinks requiring fingerprint background checks is just too much to ask of a multi-billion-dollar company. His cohort, Dan Patrick, who's busy trying to keep the bathrooms of Texas safe from imaginary perverts, doesn't seem to care that requiring fingerprint background checks might keep known sex offenders from driving for Uber and Lyft or any other ride-sharing companies and preying on customers. There's a very simple way we can respond to these strong-arm tactics of Uber and their Republican legislative lackeys. Vote with your wallet. Don't use Uber or Lyft. Use Ride Austin or other services that want your business enough to be concerned with your safety. I love and use Ride Austin, and here's why you should too. They're a nonprofit organization whose focus is on the community instead of profits. They're concerned enough about your safety to require fingerprint background checks of their drivers. They treat their drivers well and compensate them appropriately. Their prices are competitive. They have created a way to accumulate donations for other area nonprofit organizations. And they were here when we needed them. So send a message, resist, and vote with your dollars. Don't use Uber or Lyft. For One Star, One Texas, I'm Tom Cantrell. And remember, resist, persist. Now go make it a great day.